All right, so thank you. Starting in a standing posture. And just feeling yourself here, sort of letting your mind and your body get into the same place at the same time. Just noticing what the breath feels like, how the body feels. Letting your knees be soft, just gently turning from side to side, letting your arms sway. This can just give you a sense, how your back is. If it's okay with this little twisting, if it's not okay with this much, then just, pay attention as we go through the class. Letting your arms come up to shoulder height and swinging them in front of you. One arm and then the other. And you're going to feel a little bit of a stretch here in the side body. That feels so good. Bringing your arms overhead. And just looking toward the ceiling. Again, letting your knees be soft. Again, doing these little twists from side to side. And then coming to stillness and reaching one hand up and then the other. And when you reach one hand up, kind of lift the opposite heel and feeling the stretch all the way down the side of the body, even down the leg a little bit. And coming to stillness, letting the arms come to shoulder height or a little below, palms facing back, and just pulsing. And doing shoulder circles, back shoulder circles. So one side and then the other. And leaning into them. Going in the other direction. And again, coming to stillness and just feeling the body here. Moving your hands, moving your fingers, big hands, fists, big hands and fists. Turning circles, small ones and then bigger ones. So getting your elbows, the shoulders involved one way and then the other. And coming to stillness again, taking a wide stance, the feet aimed forward. And just bending one knee and then the other. Keeping the body up. Gazing ahead and just feeling this. Feeling the body moving here. You're going to feel it in your feet, your ankles, the hips. So again, just getting a sense of how structurally sound different parts of the body feel. Sometimes I feel more sound than others. And coming to stillness and lifting the knees. So we're just feeling the movement here again in the hips, the balancing. Maybe bringing one elbow toward the opposite knee, and so you're not trying to touch it. Just getting this little bit of movement in the side body. Coming to stillness. And then moving the hips in big circles. So in one direction and then the other. So as we're getting ready to exercise, here we're just moving all of our joints a little bit, letting them get lubricated, letting them know that something's coming up. We're not stretching a lot. We're just getting this movement. And then the other thing we do to prepare is tighten up the belly. So as we stand here, you can sit down if you prefer, just pulling the belly button back and up. So letting your shoulders be down, letting your face be relaxed. So these muscles, the muscles in the middle of the core and all the way around the pelvic girdle, these muscles are engaged here. Letting it go, taking a breath, letting the stomach relax, and then again, pulling back on the belly button. And as we do these, the muscles will stay a little bit tight, but during the exercise routine, if you feel some pain or some tenderness in the low back, pull your stomach in. I mean, look at what you're doing and whether or not you ought to be doing that or you ought to be doing it like that, but pull your stomach in. Relax. Bending the knees with the hands on the tops of your thighs. And again, you can sit or stand, but here, just trying to push your shoulders toward your knees and trying to push your shoulders away. So you're going to feel the abdominal muscles pulling the shoulders down, and you're going to feel the muscles in your shoulders and upper arms and upper back pushing the shoulders away. So we've got this isometric exercise of pushing and pulling. And now relaxing, letting that go, slowly straightening up. Just feeling that, feeling this core engaged, feeling the core engaged. And with the shoulders, pulling your elbows back. So with your arms at a 90-degree angle, pulling the shoulders back as if you're trying to touch your elbows together. And we're just gonna hold this for a bit. And even pulling your head back. And feeling these muscles in the upper back engaged, these muscles between the shoulder blades engaged. Letting that go. Coming back just to the standing posture. Shoulders up and back. Belly engaged. And we are ready to go, Jess.
Are you ready? It always feels like a Friday when I'm with you guys on a Thursday. But you just want to for the weekend.
Right, yeah.
You know? Okay, I'm done class. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, right, yeah, see you Tuesday.
You know? All right, arms out wide. We're going to kick to the front and twist to the side like a helicopter. So a little mind-body connection here. Turn your upper body as one unit. So where your shoulders go, your eyeballs go. Thus your hands will go. So all is one unit. This way you're concentrating on the cross part of the core. Terry will talk about the sides for the bending, the side bends. We'll talk about the middle, up and down, the one where beach body abs come from. So there's lots of innards to your abs, different layers that protect your spine. So this is just one way to tune those up. A couple more each side. Breathe. Arms down. Let's get our legs while they're strong. Have the chair behind you. We'll sit our butts on the edge. I'll put a little angle to this so you can see how I'm lined up joint-wise. I'm always going to start out with my shoulders over my hips, my feet nice and wide. My arms are going to be out straight. When I go to stand up, I'm going to lean forward over my thighs just a little bit, dig through our heels. Let's do a few of those, and I'm going to add another move to it. How about two more together? And then we're going to do a side crunch. Elbow to knee, sit back down, stand up, other side. So look, if you're facing you, it'll look like lean forward, arm up, elbow down, sit back down. If you're working on your lower body strength, you can push off your thighs and maybe just do a little, lifting leg to the side. About 5 more seconds. We'll get one more. Catch our breath. Big breath in through our nose. Let all that air out. Recover. Good. Before we start the next, we'll do the hinge with the swim next. Get the back sides of our major muscle groups, our hamstrings, calves, glutes, and shoulder blades. So we're going to start low, push out, really stretch those fingers to the outward, to the perimeter. Stand up tall. You want to almost get the meat off the bone. Get the meat off of get the muscle off of your shoulder blades. Think about your posture, standing up tall and strong like you would with a plank, holding your body upright. And matching your breaths with your movement. The weights are down at your heels. About 10 more seconds. This feels good. It's a nice little wake up too. Nice little stretch for your low back. It shouldn't aggravate it. If it's aggravating your low back, maybe you're rounding it, maybe you're going down too low. Let's make this the last one. Good. We'll get some high knees. And how about some front shoulder raises? I'm going to try to take it easy somewhat on our shoulders today. Show you some different variations of shoulder stuff we can do. So we'll get the high knees going first. Now I'm going to work the coordination, opposites. Still want to be up nice and tall, shoulders over hips, eyes are forward, chest out, shoulders back, belly button in. And to save our shoulders, we're not going to go any higher than our eyeballs. This is a good modification instead of doing this overhead one. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. A good one to follow with that one, since we use the front of our thigh muscles to lift up our knees, we can stretch that by doing our butt kickers, right? Opposite muscles will stretch the strengthening ones. So arms will be out straight. Let's get the lower body first. Little bend in the knees. Go ahead and dip a little bit if you feel comfortable. Getting the blood a little bit more to the glutes and the thighs. Punching straight out, hands together, pull back. Almost in the same sense where Terry had us wanting to bring our elbows together behind us in that last one of her warm up. Same concept, smooth range of motion. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, shake it out. Can't forget about our seal jacks. Make sure you have enough room to go side to side. Feet are together, palms are together. Think about what you're gonna do before you do it. I know half of you already started this one. I like this one. They start. So palms are together. We wanna step out to the side, open wide. Again, with the knees, absorb your weight. Take a little dip. You don't have to go into a deep lunge. But do what you would naturally. If you're going around the house and you're going to pick something up or maneuver around furniture or whatever, you're going to be a little looser, right? Incorporate that into the class for your life. Let's go 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. I think I got everything. A little bit of planks. We'll mix in the bands with the strength along with the planks. So everything's going to start coming together. Okay, you have all these tools now. Now we're going to start playing with them. So for planks, let's do the row with the bicep curl. So to review a good plank, you want your shoulders over your wrists as much as you can. You want to be rolling on those toes. Pull an arm down, elbow back, straighten it out. curl your fist to your shoulder. Switch arms, elbow back, curl up. Hope you guys can all see that. I can see you really good. So it'll be the row, and then stick that elbow to your ribs, and then curl it up. Good. About halfway, we'll get a bunch more. No rush. Slow and controlled. Feel that squeeze at the top of each move. Feel that muscle ball up. 5, 4, 3. I'm going to finish up here. Walk it in. Okay, so now your shoulders and the backs of your arms are saying, all right, now we're working, and I might get a little shaky on you. If that's the case, do less time or move to a wall, okay? Lower body. Let's get our donkey kicks and our fire hydrants, okay? Heels go up and back. Nice little pull. Imagine a string from the ceiling. Given that little extra, we're going to stay on the same leg, by the way. Given that little extra pull up or to the side. That's going to help out with your range of motion and your stiffness, hopefully. Breathing. Breathing will help regulate the stress on your spine. Also, if you're feeling problems with your back, maybe lift your hips up a little bit higher. I'm going to switch legs. Lift your hips up a little bit higher and squeeze your tummy a little bit more. Five more seconds. I'm going to finish up here and lock it in, making sure we're good on time for the weekend in a half hour. No. All right, let's go for upper body. Let's do our T-raise, okay? While we're strong, we're just going to turn our hips and our shoulders, stretch out our fingertips all in one swoop. Try to get that arm straight up, 12 o'clock, if your shoulders are letting you do that. That gets the meat off the bone of the ribs, okay? Gets the blood to those little nooks and crannies that we wake up aching to every day. Squeeze your thighs, pull those kneecaps up. That'll help stabilize the legs. I'm going to finish up on this side. I'll let you do the same. Shake it out. The next one we do will be the leg sweep across the front and that little hold. I'll be in a plank and we will stay on the same side 15 seconds and I'll let you know when to switch. So your foot's going to be out to the side. Pull it across, drag it like it was in water, across the midline, sweep it back out. This really gets the sides of the hips that we don't think about a lot and strengthens the inside. So great if you're a walker or a biker or a hiker or something. It's good even if you just want to get in and out of your car with these. All those little strands of muscle that we don't think about. I'm going to switch legs. Pull in that belly button. Just because we're not moving it doesn't mean we don't have to activate it. It all works together in sync. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Squeeze. Walk it in. Get some water, shake it out. Get your water bottles, your bands, your light weights, whatever you need. I don't have any weights today, Sandy, sorry. Again, strength with cardio and bands or planks. So much going on. Okay. Yes. So let's start in the chair. Like, I like that one. We're going to stand up and kick to the front. So remember what I said last time, start with the shoulders over the hips. When you're ready to stand, lean over the thigh, come up strong, get that power, kick, down, kick, down. Now I got my hands up here just because I don't need them to set myself down safely. If you need to set yourself down with an armrest or on your thighs, please do. Breathe, kick. Try to keep your eyes to the front. Make sure that area is clear. You don't want a cat or a puppy stepped on. 5 more seconds. 1 more. Stay up, please. I took this yoga block out as a prop. I'm gonna pair this up with the fast feet. You know, the one I say to put a line in the floor and hop a leg over. I'm gonna do the same, but I'm actually gonna use a prop just to challenge myself. I'm gonna have my eyes to the front, a little bend in my knees, and I'm gonna come over it. Arms are out to the side for balance. If I trip a little or wobble, I know I'm safe, you know, and this is the place to do it. Instead of out on the street or a busy sidewalk, you want to be ready. Just past halfway. We'll go for about another 10 seconds. But don't rush like you have to impress somebody. I want you to like build up that stamina and that skill. 3, 2, 1. Good. Stand up, shake it out. Definitely feel it in the seat there. Let's do some rows. I'm going to show you 2 versions of rows. If you've been here with us, you've seen them before. It may have been a while. So the first row, your hands will be up and down like you're giving a thumbs up. Then we're going to go palms up. So follow me here. I got my little hinge, right? Just a little one. I don't want you bent over. So I'm going to do the thumbs up one with the weights in my hand. Elbows back, straighten it out. Now palms up, bring it back. So those are just getting different angles of the muscles around the shoulder blades. You might feel it a little bit more in the bicep with the palms up. Not meant to be done fast. Bring it back slow. 2, 3, pull it. 2, 3. If you have weights in the hand and you do enough of these slow, it's going to feel like you have 3 times as much weight. So just be mindful of where you've been and with your practice and where you want to get to and hit that line. Don't go over it. 5 more seconds. 2, finish up here. Squeeze. 2, 3. Stand up nice and tall. Shake it out. Let's get our bands out. Yay. Mine's not too long, so I have to just use 1 foot. If it's really short, if one of you guys have like a real short one, you might have to do it in the chair. I'll show you first, and then I'll give you a second to gauge what you got to do. Okay, so I kind of got a split stance. I'm going to come right up the middle. I'm going to zip the jacket with the band. So lead with your elbows. I want you to imagine a string from the ceiling coming from there to my elbows. No higher than your collarbone. Okay, a little pause. 2, 3, up. Good. You should be feeling it in your core. As you pull up, yeah, some of you guys have shorter bands. I can send you some new ones, Sandy, if you need it. Let's go 5 more seconds, couple more good ones. Down, 2. Good, last one. Good, you should definitely be feeling it here in the tops of your shoulders. If you need longer bands, I'll try to hook you up, put it in the chat box, or let me know at the end of class. All right, shake it out. I love this one. My palms are going to be up. If I had weights in my hand, my palms are still going to be up. I'm going to do my hinge, and then I'm going to do the upside down V. Okay, so the weights in my heels. I'm going to hinge a little bit. I'm going to come from the outside, pull it no higher than my nose. Okay, so it's not over your head, it's not to your ears. just making an upside down V. You should feel it in your hamstrings, your core, and your chest. Bring it down, just like you have been before. Slow, smooth, controlled. Strength is control. Then the cardio, you can go crazy. About 10 more seconds. Perfect. All right, last one, and we'll pair this with a plank. Let's do some patty cakes. We didn't do it in the warm up. I figure the more I review each exercise each week, that repetition will make it stick a little bit. So think about form on this one. As we use our muscles more, we might slacken the form because of fatigue. So be mindful of that. If you're really wobbly and it's unsafe and you can only get 10 seconds instead of 30, that's fine. Something to work towards. 5 more seconds. So this is burning out our shoulder that we just used to lift in the upside down V. And time. Good. Let's get a reverse. Let's make it forward. So we'll do a front lunge or healthy step forward with a bicep curl. We're going to do opposite. So I'm going to step forward with my right and curl with my left. Watch me first. My feet are together, shoulders over hips. I'm going to take a healthy step forward. Bend the knees a little and curl up, just like we did over there with our planks. Elbow close to the rib cage. Squeeze at the top. You don't have to go low. Your thighs are going to know that it's doing some work once it steps out forward. But another good one that translates into real life, right? Eyes forward, shoulders back. Feel that power, feel that push from your big toe up off the floor. Carry through to your hips. About 10 more seconds. Last ones, I'll get one more leg. Then we'll get the bands. So back in the chair, we'll do some leg presses. We'll do about 15 seconds on each side. We've only done this one a couple times, so this might jog your memory, and we'll repeat it more weekly, okay? Edge of the chair. Try to get your foot in the middle, pull nice and tight. Keep those arms in an L, at the elbow, bend it, and then straighten it out. Pull it back toward your chest. Now, if you can't get it up and high back as this one, that's fine. If you gotta go low, just straighten your leg with some tension on the band. It's not a contest. It's not anything like that. It's just to get you to move a little bit more. Remember to sit up tall and look forward. That's going to help your back. We'll switch in 3, 2, 1. Change footsies. Band goes back. Elbows stay tight to the rib cage. Straighten that leg. When you straighten that leg, feel your belly tighten up. I just sensed that. I mean, I usually try to pay attention, but I really felt it on that one. I would just kind of, it said, I'm going to protect you back, don't worry. So pulling it in, then stretching it out while keeping the rest of your body still, while keeping it nice and firm and stable. 3, 2, squeeze and back. Good. That's awesome for range of motion too, especially if you're healing from something. Don't quote me as a physical therapist or anything, but I do know, I can say that using these bands are a healthier way to help out with injuries and healing of the joints. Don't get me in trouble. Last one. shoulder press with a chest press. So it's a combination. I'm gonna come closer because it's just an upper body, give our lower body a break. Arms like a cactus. Shoot straight up, bring the hands together. Back to the cactus. Now roll the forearms down and then hands together out front. So from this angle, straight up, elbows down, now wrist down, and then come together. So it's just a matter of angle of the forearms. Keep that core tight. Nice wide base of support, little bend in the knees, nice and sturdy. Eyes forward. Good, about 10 more seconds. Last ones. One, down slow, turn it down, bring it back slow. Great, shake it out, get yourself some water. Oh no, we gotta do a plank with that, sorry. Don't forget the planks. Let's go out to the side. So we'll drop an arm. We'll go laterally with it. So keep the arm out straight. You can have a slight bend in the elbows if you want. And we'll burn out the arm that way. If you guys can't see me, I like this. Right out to the side, 90 degrees. Five seconds. Okay, now go get your waters, shake it out. If there's any problem, just get my attention somehow. Okay. Oh, Steve, I can't believe you don't have a problem. Yeah, I know you have your bands. I had to quiet the storm somehow. All right. Back to the grind. Let's roll through this, get our cool down, give each other the space to do some jokes or say something positive at the end, okay? We're gonna do our chair exercise first. Hello. We're gonna do our sit to stand with the kick. Remember that one? All right. Sit to stand, leg out straight. And of course, if you want to have a weight in your hand right here, if you hold it safely, that's cool. That's up to you if you want to add some resistance for this. I probably would if I had them down here. About 10 more seconds. And then we'll follow that with our fast feet cardio. 3, 2, 1, stay standing. I'm gonna get my prop. Make sure the area is clear. Otherwise, I have something safe in front of me. Eyes are up. Big step over, follow. I got my butt down a little bit, get that nice wide base of support. Core is tight, core is pulled in, arms are up to the side. Let's go 5 more seconds. Oh my word, I feel it. 3, 2, 1. Ay, 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 Dios. Terry's feeling it. Terry's feeling good. Jeez. All right, let's do our rows. So we'll do our narrow and our wide rows. So we'll do them, oh, where am I? I want to make sure you see my hand grips. The first row will be with like the thumbs up. And then we're going to flip the palms up to the ceiling and then pull back. So let me back up. I got a little hinge in my butt. Hips are back, core is tight. I got my thumbs up, come elbows behind me, straighten it out. Now I got my palms up, elbows behind me. That little bit of difference, see if you notice it this time. You're gonna feel it in your biceps a little bit more when your palms are up. You're gonna use that as a secondary muscle to help out the primary, your back. If your low back is starting to hurt you on this one, you can do it standing up nice and tall. You don't have to bend over. It's just a little added pull of gravity. 3, 2, 1. Good. Shake it out. Let's do our rows, our bands. Let me see how hard this is to do in the chair. I saw a couple of you try it. Yeah, this is gonna suck. I don't like it. I don't like it. But I gotta step on the middle. See if you can stand right up the center. Elbows first. Down nice and slow. Get your shoulders off your ears. Yep, nice long neck. Relaxing the everything else but your elbows, actually. The only thing moving up, if you imagine it this way, is your elbows. Then everything else should be safe. 10 more seconds. 5, 4. Bring it down slow. 1, 2, 3. Yowza, that hurts. I mean, it feels so good. It doesn't hurt. All right, shake it out, definitely. We have time for a little stretchy poo. Let's wiggle our fingers. Get a nice long stretch here. You should feel it from the back of your upper arm and hopefully all the way up to my shoulder there and my neck. And move it up and down. See if that helps the shoulder blades. And switch. Good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay. Hinge. We'll get the hinge in our upside down V's. The weight's on my heels, my hips are gonna go back, my palms are facing forward. I'm gonna go down just a tad, just to feel that little tug in the hamstring. Come up strong, and then put my hands together about right in front of my nose. The whole while pulling in your belly button like Terry had us do when we put our hands on our knees. Same concept. Nice and tight, protect your spine. And breathe. Slight bend in your knees, wide base of support. 10 more seconds. I love how everybody that I can see is bringing it down nice and slow now. Last one. Pop up nice and tall. Squeeze and then bring it down slow. Right. Good time under tension. That builds a lot of strength and endurance. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's do a plank T-raise. But then I'm going to add something. Wait, maybe I should try it before I give it to you. Hold on. So I'm going to turn up. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And then do a knee to elbow. Just try it. Just try it. If it doesn't work, don't do it. Turn up, elbow to knee, down. I hope I don't get any emails from you guys like, she made us. We'll do a couple more seconds. You guys can practice at home. I'm sure you will. Every day you'll be doing it in your living room. I'm going to finish up here. Roll, squeeze, bring it down safely, and then lock it in. Do you all hate me now? I hate you, Jesse. All right, let's get our reverse, our lunge with our curl. So we'll mix it up that way. Feet are together. We're going to do opposite. So I'm going to step with my left and lift with my right, and then follow suit after, alternating. So you don't have to go low. But worry about keeping your eyes forward and your back tall. 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, everybody go down together. Push that foot up the floor, big toe action. Let's do our leg press now. Got your band, edge of the chair. Good timing, good times. All right. I am acting like it's the weekend. Good times. All right, pull it tight. Knee towards your chest as best you can. Up and out. Engage that core, squeeze those shoulder blades, rigid like a plank for the upper body, and smooth sailing for the leg. I'm waiting for this band to snap in my face. 3, 2, let's get one more together. Pull back slow. 1, 2, 3. Ah! That's a good core exercise too, if you think about it. All right. Make sure it's on there good. Elbows back. Five more seconds. Let's get a couple more good ones. 2, 1. Bring it back slow. Man, let's stay seated and stretch that overworked muscle. So we'll get our quads, our foot's behind us, our knees towards the floor. I'm going to lean back just a little so you feel that pull from kneecap, hopefully to the bottom of your rib cage area. And breathe. Sink into it. Push those hips forward just a tad. I feel that much more of a stretch in those little flexors, those little hip flexors. And I'm going to switch. Lean back, push hips forward, breathe. All right. All right. Good one. What the heck's next? Let's get our, we only have one more pair left. The shoulder press and the chest press. So we'll get up close and personal. Arms up like a cactus. We're going to come together overhead with our hands. Then we're going to bring our elbows down, turn our forearms parallel with the floor, then come to the front with our hands. So nice and smooth. When you press up, feel how tight your core is going to get to protect your back. Good. Try to keep your shoulders off your ears. I just caught myself. I was stressed or something. What's there to be stressed about? About 10 more seconds. Last one, let's do it together. Out, back slow. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Nice. What are we going to pair that with? You want to do a band exercise, Terry? Want to end it with a band? All right. We're going to go out with the band. Let's do some front shoulder raises. So similar to what we did with the warm-up in the very, very beginning of the class. I'm going to step on one end. I'm going to wrap the other end around my palms here. Might have to play with the resistance a little bit. I kind of like having a split stance too, because it tells my core to stay steady that way. And then nice and close, nice and slow together. So notice how close I'm keeping my wrist to my hip. And then I'm coming up more towards the center, like right in the middle where my nose would be in the middle of my face. Working my way in, as opposed to out here. Good. 5 seconds, we'll switch. 2, bring it down slow, switch it up. trying that split stance also challenges your balance a little bit more, right? Hands by your side. I got the arm out in front to see what I'm aiming for the middle of my body. Good. Pulling the tummy in. Telling myself I'm almost done with this noise. 3, 2, bring it down slow. And get ready for Terry. Late night with the Terry Show.
That's right. We have some great guests here tonight too.
So weird.
I know Michelle's making the rounds. All right, so we've just done some shoulder stuff. So coming into this flat plank, letting the hips go back, letting your head come down, and pressing your hands down into the chair. Letting your shoulders relax away from the ears as much as possible. We're just pressing the hands down, keeping pressing as you straighten up, and then slowly walk back toward the chair, continuing to press down. Continuing to press down. All right. And slowly coming up. And just moving the neck. So slowly nodding yes. Don't go as far as you can. Now that these muscles are a little warmed up, we don't want to stretch them too much. And now sort of a no. So just slowly moving the head toward one shoulder and then the other. And then letting the head and the shoulder, the hips turn slowly to one side. And then coming back and going in the other direction. And we're just letting this gentle twist come all the way up the back. Coming to stillness. And then doing this twist that we were starting out with. Letting the arms move, sort of looking behind you one way and then the other. Doing some circles with the hips. One way, oh, and then the other. And then doing this flow that we've done with Jess, using the chair again, letting the hips come back and pressing down with your hands while you come into the plank position. And then just move through that, letting the hips come down and the gaze go up, but still with your body tight enough, that you're not just letting go. Coming back, hips back, pressing down with your hands. And slowly coming up to the toes. Looking up toward the ceiling, letting the hips come forward a little, but still with the belly engaged, with the core engaged. Coming back, letting the hips come back, and bending one knee and then the other. And sort of looking under the arm. When one knee is bent, just sort of looking under the other arm, just getting this little extra twist in the back, rounding the back, walking towards the chair, pressing down, and again, coming up to a standing posture. And just noticing how it feels. So it's again, bringing your body and your mind into the same place, the same time, and feeling inside the body, how it feels after working out, letting your shoulders come back, letting your elbows come back as if coming together. Holding this for a few breaths. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting the hands come down, the shoulders staying back. Moving the head forward and back a couple of times, and then putting your hands behind your head, gently pressing forward on your hands while you push against them. So again, it's an isometric move. We're balancing the pushing and pulling, but pushing the head forward and pushing your head back into your hands, relaxing, and you really feel how that helps to strengthen those muscles in the neck. Just coming to standing, arms up. Take a bow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, great job. Thank you so much.